So this is a mouse jiggler, a mouse mover. If you haven't heard of one of these, the reason why you would want one of these is basically it gives you a little bit more freedom if like you're working from home. Maybe if your company is tracking your movements and things like that on your computer. So if you're someone who's kind of getting stressed out about, if your computer times out, am I gonna get yelled at? But what this does is this kind of just makes your mouse move around your screen so that, your programs, your computer doesn't time out. I know it can be somewhat controversial, but we're gonna talk about this here today. I made a video on one of these and it's actually from the same brand, slightly different model a few months ago, and it kind of blew up for me. So hopefully this video does the same. So if you're someone who's not your own boss and you're working from home, for example, you may have some work from home tracking software that's monitoring your performance and how active you are and things like that. You may or may not know about that even if they're using that. And on the last video I made for this, a lot of people said, well, why wouldn't you just go in and turn off display options? Well, a lot of people don't have that option. If you're someone that's using a work computer and it's provided by your work and your company, I know for a fact when I had one, I could not access those type of settings. Those are usually locked out, and that's not something they want the employees going in and touching. So where this mouse jiggler comes into play is this can be plugged in. It comes with the USB cable, a little brick. You can plug this in not to your computer so that you don't have to worry about it being tracked at all. And it just gets powered by that Type-C USB that's built into this. And it just moves your mouse around a little bit. You put it on top of this. And I did this with a pretty big mouse actually, the MX Master 2, and it did a good job of just moving that around the screen every once in a while. So I've had a job in the past where I was literally getting migraines because I couldn't go to the bathroom and I was not drinking enough water. Therefore, obviously people can abuse this, but if you are someone who just needs a little bit more flexibility, or even if you're working extra hours outside of work, which a lot of people do, but you want to be able to get up and go grab a snack or something like that, be able to go to the bathroom without having to worry, this is going to just kind of keep your computer active and on. There's another use for this. I mean, even for me, when I'm working on my editing setup that I've got at my desk at home and I'm self-employed, a lot of the time if my computer will time out, then it changes sources. I have to log back in, get the monitor back up, go from the source 1 back over to source 2. So this is something too that, if you're about to go get up, you can just kind of have this on, or if you're gonna step away, when you come back, your computer's gonna be ready to use again. So it's nice because this is ultra portable for working from home, working on the go. It's 17 millimeters thick, so it's very easy to just throw this into a bag with your computer and bring this with you. So it's noiseless also. I mean, it's super, super quiet. They actually developed like kind of their own micro motor, so it's not gonna be super loud, which is really nice. It just does enough that it's gonna move your mouse cursor around. So this is driver free, and like I said, it's undetectable because you don't have to actually even plug this into your computer. You can just plug this into like a USB power brick, plug it into the wall, whatever, and you're good to go. So the nice thing is with this specific model, you can do adjustable intervals. There's a button right on the side. There's basically on, off, and then there's this interval setting. You can go between 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 3 minutes, and then there's a random setting that goes randomly between 1 to 60 seconds and kind of just switches it up. So this works with Mac or Windows systems. Like I said, this is basically driverless. It's just plug and play, so you don't have to worry about anything with that. It's literally simple. Open it up, power it somehow by plugging it into something. Like I said, probably not your computer, and it's good to go, and it just kind of operates. You just turn it on and off and set that interval. And I was able to get this to work with even a really large mouse. I had the MX Master, I guess it's the 2S version, but that's a pretty big editing type mouse a lot of people use in the tech community. That worked on there completely fine. A lot of the setup with this is kind of the big thing too. So when you have this kind of mouse mover, it has this circular tray that kind of moves around. They say try not to put it in the center. So if you're putting the laser of your mouse on this, try to have it maybe in the middle of the right side of the circle or the middle of the left side of the circle, and that's going to kind of help with the tracking the best. So like I said, I know this can be a sensitive topic. At the same time, I know company overreach can be real and be a real thing too. So this is something you don't want to abuse, but I think this can give the worker some flexibility, especially if you're, fully doing your job and providing, what you're supposed to be. This allows you to kind of just do that, I think, a little bit more stress-free in certain circumstances. The affiliate link for this is going to be in the comments in the description if you do want to pick this up. If you want to check out that previous video I said that's got a lot of views on it, you can check that out. It's a more simplified version of this, and that will be popping up right here at the end. Please like the video if you found this helpful either way. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.